Welcome back to Unobstructed Views. Julian McWilliams, Ante Campbell on the desk over there. It's a sad day because it's the last one that we're going to be doing this season. I'm assuming we're probably not going to have postseason baseball to be talking about here, Julian.
One would imagine. It would have to take a miracle, so for the Sox sake, they're probably hoping for that miracle, but I don't see it, Jared.
Yeah, probably not. We are going to be doing probably some big picture talk tonight just because of where we're at. I know the TC method. I don't know what he calls it. I call it the TC method.
I call it the TC method.
Yeah.
So it's like however many weeks are left in the season.
Yep.
And however many games, like it has to equal amount to that equal amount of.
It has to be under the threshold.
Right.
And we're not.
No,
not even close.
No.
We were actually talking about it like before we came on here, like in the green room. We were like, hey, is this something that we could potentially be, close to? Like, is there a chance? But we're at the point now where it's just not.
You got two teams ahead of you too. Like you have Seattle. It's not just the Twins. It's Seattle. It's the drawing a blank Detroit, and Detroit owns a tiebreaker. So it's really like 3.5 games out.
I'm messing around with my little boxes over here. Okay, now I can hear. That's great. So I guess for me, what are you looking forward to the most tonight for your first alternate broadcast experience?
I've been watching you guys for a while. I've been, I think it's great stuff. I've been doing it. I mean, I did it one time from Fenway in that back room back there.
Yeah.
No, but just to have fun, man. I mean, it's the end of the season. It's been a long season for both of us.
A long season, indeed.
So, just to try to finish off with a bang here.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Back on Unobstructed Views with Judd Sirott, the new voice of the Boston Bruins, right here on NESN. Before we went to break, I was asking you kind of like, is it going to be in your head throughout the broadcast that like, hey, this is the first one, and like I want to like remember this, I want to savor this, or are you going to have to kind of block that out and just business as usual?
Well, I think it's certainly going to be important, that first one, and our first broadcast is going to be September 22nd. The Bruins are going to play the Rangers at 5 o'clock on Sunday at TD Garden. That'll start a 3-game set of preseason games that the Bruins are going to play. We'll carry all the home games. And then the Bruins Back to Work show, Jared, not to digress off your question, that'll be on Saturday, and that'll take place, I think, at 2 o'clock leading into the 3 o'clock Red Sox game. It's back to work, baby. But I think I walk into the arena all the time, and it's obviously going to be different for that first game on the 22nd. And I always try and remind myself how fortunate I am to be able to do this for a living. It's just even more special to be able to do this here at NESN, the Bruins, doing an original 6 team in this market. So that's what I think about. But as far as the way I call the game, I still think that the fundamentals of that and who I am, that's not necessarily going to change. And what I want to do is try and bring out the best from my partner, Andy Brickley, and work with our team and Z and Rose and PW and everybody in the truck to make that picture and to make that broadcast sing.
Again, I'm a casual Bruins onlooker. Once baseball season's over, I need those months to just get away from sports in general.
That's what it is, baby. That's what we're doing. This is escape.
Yes.
And baseball in particular, I think one of the special things about baseball, because it's every day and it's 162 games, baseball is a companion.
Yeah.
Baseball. I can do my laundry. I can mow my lawn.
It's every day.
I'm driving in the car. Baseball is a companion, and I think that's one of the unique things about the game because you're playing it every day for months.
Yes, no doubt. So tell me, someone that will be paying attention to the Bruins, maybe not watching every single game, but I do care. What am I in for this season?
You're going to see a team that is going to be able to defend really well again. I understand that the Jeremy Swayman situation is still out there. I think both sides have been quiet, and my understanding is that hopefully we'll have some resolution here soon. But I think if you look, especially what they added, Elias Lindholm up front at center, and he's going to touch a variety of different parts of the game, and Nikita Zadorov at 6'6", he's going to have an impact. So I think with this Bruins team, they're going to be a lot of fun to watch again.
Judd Sirott, thank you so much, and congratulations on the gig.
Thanks for having me.
September 22nd. We'll see you there. Back on Unobstructed Views with Emma Tiedemann and Rylee Pay, the voices of the Portland Sea Dogs, who are now my favorite baseball team. We had a blast when we went to Portland. It was my first time. It's been my only time. They were super accommodating. We did the first pitch. We went to the gift shop. I probably spent more at the Sea Dogs gift shop than I did on Christmas presents last December. I was very excited about that. But I was in the middle of asking you guys about the bittersweet feeling of, the big three gets promoted. There's got to be some level of, it's like, yes, we're happy, we're excited for you, but also like that, we don't get to cover you anymore. That's not a good time. So what was your initial reaction?
I mean, we figured, honestly, it was kind of like, finally, because they were doing so well, and we checked the lineup every single day and see that they were still in it. We were like, okay, cool, we get them for another day. And then when that news did break that they were going up to Worcester, we were like, all right, well, yeah, that figures. But yeah, it is bittersweet because you get accustomed to having these guys in the lineup every day. You get used to tracking them down in the clubhouse for interviews and working with them. So it is bittersweet because you don't want them to stay in AA forever. No one wants to stay in AA forever. So whenever they are able to move up, then you're happy for them, and then you meet whoever takes their place coming up from Greenville.
Yeah, they're just great with culture, too, of the clubhouse. I think they were just always high energy, and everybody just loved just that team as a whole playing together. And Emma was gone on maternity leave, too, at the beginning of the season, so we were also kind of hoping that she'd be back in time to see them all together and get to call some of those games too. So it worked out that she got a couple weeks, and then they could go to AAA after that.
Love that. Oh, Julian, you had a great question during the break. I feel like you should ask that question now.
What are those, personally, what are those guys like, right? We always talk about, personalities. I know you mentioned they're high energy, but just talking to you guys, just what's that like with them?
Yeah, I think so many people ask about that, and they're like, really, what are they like? And they truly are really great, just as people and players, just very laid back, easygoing. You have the California guys like Marcelo, Roman's from Florida, Teal as well, sometimes Florida jersey, but they're just so funny too. I think their humor is awesome. They keep it light and just always something. They're very quick-witted. The way that they play off of each other is great. And at the end of the day too, they are just early 20s. So you definitely see that in how they are off the field, which is cool, just the energy that they bring.
I'm going to put you guys on the spot, and I'm going to give you the out and say, you love them all. It's like having 4 kids. Of course you love them all, but everyone has a favorite. Out of Teal, Meyer, Anthony, and Campbell, who is your personal favorite?
Oh, you're making me go first? Personal favorite. Obviously, it's all 1A, 1B, 1B, 1C.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really liked Marcelo a lot. I thought that he came up, struggled a little bit with AA last season, and he was always the same guy. You could never really tell if he was struggling on the field because he was easygoing attitude, like Rylee said, very Cali guy. But they're all just right there. But I think Marcelo.
Yeah, I think we got to know Marcelo the best, having him last season too, a good chunk of time. So definitely got to know him pretty well, and I'd say he was at the top of the list too, but it's truly impossible to pick because they're great for different reasons. Roman is the most mature 20-year-old you'll ever meet. He was the best. I know he said one day, wherever you need me for an interview, let me know, I'll be there. And that's just the best thing when you're trying to coordinate PR and stuff. Kyle, just high energy all the time. I'd say Energizer Bunny, loves baseball, the only thing on his mind, and I think that's the best. And Campbell, just so easygoing, humble, and just super cool, calm, and collected. So it's truly hard to pick. They're all really, really great people.
When did Campbell first stand out to you guys? Because, he wasn't on a lot of people's radars coming into this year. And so what was whoa? When was you guys' moment whoa, who is this kid?
I think he kind of just burst onto the scene in AA, and we had heard of the name coming up from Greenville a few weeks prior. We knew that he was good and what he was doing at High A, but just really, I think his numbers, you can't deny that he is a freak athlete. And we say, oh, he's going to calm down, eventually cool down eventually, but he was hitting well over 300 the entire time he was there. He was just a monster athlete. So I think he kind of proved himself in that way. We didn't have to really put it together.
As the Sea Dogs season came to a close, Do you have a moment that you look back on in 2024 in Portland? Obviously you guys being in the NESN booth was amazing, and I'm sure that would be your pick for this question. But was there a moment, it could be off the field, it could be during a game in the broadcast booth, that you'll look back on and be like, that was, when I think of 2024, I'll think of that?
Well, that's a good question. I think on the field, like in the booth, I really enjoyed the July 3rd game. Just because packed house at Hadlock Field, which is, it's not crazy because most games are sellouts at Hadlock, but it was just a different energy that night, and we had a go-ahead grand slam by Alex Pinellas.
Here's the question. It is too out, so we probably won't get to it very deeply. And I will give you my answer before I ask the question. I'm saying it's incomplete. That's my answer. Are you feeling better about them now than you were a year ago? And most people are saying yes, because most of this year they were overachieving, right? But, I think it matters where they finish. If they go 4-8 and finish in 4th place, I feel you're essentially where you were a year ago.
Yeah.
I feel better about the positional players. I feel better about the prospects. I feel worse about the bullpen. Probably feel the same about the starting rotation, maybe a little bit better. But I think that's the
That gone too?
Off the wall.
The answer is I do feel better about them, but it has nothing to do with how they played this year. It's all about what's on the way.
Right.
Alex Cora coming out and saying, hey, we're not. It's not going to be like this much longer. I tend to believe him, and him signing the extension was a indicator to me that we are going to be more aggressive in the offseason, and they are planning on making moves that satisfy one of the top managers in baseball that could easily have gone elsewhere for more money and a better opportunity to manage a better team, perhaps. We don't know what job openings would have been out there, but I feel better because of what I think is coming. I don't feel better because of how they played this year.
All right, so then I'll rephrase the question, because I don't care about how you feel. Was this year a step in the right direction? And now Nick Pavetta's coming out.
Now we'll be right back with that answer, TC. Back on Unobstructed Views, Nick Pavetta has exited after 3 solo shots and a shoulder cramp as the Red Sox trail 3-2. Bailey Horn on the mound now. What was the question?
The question is, and you get to weigh in now, was this year a step forward?
So initially, Jared, when we were talking earlier, I said I was more confident because of the starting pitching. However, when TC just mentioned the bullpen having to be totally just revamped and just restructured because Kenley's going, you got Liam coming back, who's, coming off Tommy John surgery. I see this
free agent as well, right?
Yes, I see this sort of like the same exact thing.
We've been running in place for 3 years. I don't think that there's they didn't go backwards, they didn't go forwards. It's kind of the same thing when we were just talking about Nick Pavetta, where he'll have his spurts of greatness, he'll have his spurts where he's struggling mightily. That's been the last 3 years. I think the struggles and the successes have come at different points in the season, but ultimately we've ended up in the same spot at the end of all 3 of the last seasons.
This has been the rebuild, right? You never announced we're going into a 3-year rebuild.
Yeah.
You look back and say, they finished last place, 4th place. That was the rebuild, right?
Yeah.
The question is the rebuild close to an end? I actually am optimistic that it is, because to your point, you've got this bumper crop. You got 4 prospects in the top 25. Prospects don't always make it, I get it, and maybe they won't all make it here. Maybe you'll trade some. You probably have to.
Oh, boy.
That escalated quickly.
More big picture talk, TC.
So I do think, but this will be the key. What can you do to add to pitching? To add, you need a starting pitcher, preferably a top 3. Right?
Imperative.
To make everybody better. But we said that last year. We said you need to go out and get. I remember we said it over and over. Pap and I on the air saying, you want Bayo to be a 3, you got to go get 2 guys. And you got Giolito, and there's no way. Again, he'd been healthy. He'd been going 30 starts every year. Don't say, well, you knew he was going to break down. No, you didn't.
No, you
Giolito had no record of breaking down. And I think he would have been really good on this team, but he's not an ace. He's not a top, And you lose Sale. So essentially that was...
He could have played that Porcello role.
Yes.
It's like, I'm
It's
going
good.
to post.
It's
I'm
a good
going to
call.
give you
Yeah.
innings.
And I think he will next year. He's going to be a veteran.
Sure.
Okay, like an Evaldi.
Yeah.
Now Evaldi has become better than that. But when Evaldi came here, he wasn't that yet. Right.
Yeah.
But he was a guy, a veteran who had a great work ethic and could show a lot of young guys.
That deal was
met.
met with very little fanfare when it
Right.
happened. Same thing with Pierce.
Right.
Both of those
Right.
guys ended up being huge pieces of a championship team, but
Huge.
they
The
weren't.
problem with Pierce was re-signing him the next year.
Yeah,
That was
Yes,
that was the mistake.
I don't
Yes.
know what that was, but yes, that was the that was the issue right
that
there.
was the old Mikey Lowell re-sign. Everyone was pushing for it at the parade, and you bring him back. It's like,
Bring them all back.
Yeah, if we had
Yeah.
won the World Series, if we hadn't won the World Series, do we still do this? Probably not.
Probably
But we're going to appease the fan base, which is fine. Play sometimes. But I wanted to ask you, TC, are you looking anywhere else other than the Mariners as far as like starting pitching going, or does it just make
That's a
the
good
most
question.
sense?
It just makes the most sense because
Yeah.
they don't have the offense.
Yeah.
they
don't.
need bats.
And they have pitching.
Yep.
And they have prospects
And
coming up as pitchers. They're the inverse of the Red Sox.
right, they're like the team that develops pitching.
Yeah. Yeah. It was kind of like Miami a year or two ago. You didn't dip into that pool, right? They traded away, right? That was some of it. But it's the place to start. Man.
This is everlasting.
Would you be disappointed with anyone other than like a Logan Gilbert or a George Kirby?
No, I mean, no, that's a good question. And I got to admit, I've been looking at free agent stuff as
Yeah.
opposed to pitching because trades can come from anywhere.
Sure.
So, no, it doesn't have to be one of them. No, you can surprise me. I'm
Okay.
here.
No, I'm saying from the Mariners.
Oh.
Like, if you got, like, a
those
Brian
are the two.
Wu,
Those
like-
are the two for the Mariners.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's my fear is you end up calling the Mariners and
Right.
you don't even get one of their top
Right.
guys.
They talk you down to somebody. And I just, again, I think you have enough. And I'm not going to get into who they should trade. I just know you probably have a surplus outfielder. I know you have a couple of surplus infielders. There are players there you can package. Whether you want to talk about somebody on the big league roster now that goes with some prospects, you want to talk some of the top prospects. Somebody like Chase Mydroth, I think is going to be a good major leaguer. I'm not sure he cracks this team.
Sure.
Right? There are guys, and Kristen Campbell has become, a guy. He might be the minor league player of the year.
Yeah.
He's probably your second baseman if Vaughn Grissom is, and who's only 22, 23.
Yep.
That's a good problem to have, though.
Right. And they've spent years building that, right? I mean, they might be the top. I was talking to someone at Baseball America this week. They might be ranked #1 farm system next year.
Wow.
Which was from number 30 6 years ago, literally from last to first. Now, listen, I am a huge believer that parades are better than prospects. Give me duck boats over prospects every time. But now you have enough depth to make those moves.
Yeah, and biggest thing, they still need to build on the pitching side from the minor league level as well.
And they've started to do that, right? Like
Yeah.
getting Fitz in a trade, getting Sandlin in a trade, getting Priester in a trade, drafting a bunch of
14
pitchers
out of
this year,
20 of their picks
right?
were
Which they had
pitchers.
never done
Yeah.
upper-end draft picks for pitchers. So that has begun. You need to drop in a free agent and maybe a trade for a starter. And I think that's enough. And fix the bullpen.
Yeah.
But that's enough to get you back on track next year.
Do you have a dream off season?
For them, not yet. Not yet.
You gotta wait to see. Who's
I do.
up.
I wait till the
another
end.
pitch and change. Here comes my manager making a move. We'll be right back.
Getting his steps in.
Yeah. Deven, from the position player's perspective, let's say you're in it. Like put yourself on this team in particular.
Mm-hmm.
You're in it for most of the year, and then you get to that point where everyone knows we're not making it to the postseason. From that point forward, does third place, fourth place matter?
No,
Right.
not at all. It's just,
Yeah, it's just we're not
it's
going.
just like you just sit in the locker, you look at each other and go, F it. It's just,
Which brings back individual.
let's just do
Finish
our
strong.
thing and finish strong and stay healthy. It's kind of just one of those things where
Yeah.
you get to a point where you're like, all right, screw it. The young guys, I remember my first year in the big leagues in 15, we weren't in it at all.
No.
So it was the month of September, it was Swihart was catching. I was playing third every day.
That was a fun finish that year, though.
And that's when we
Played
had
well.
Torrey the last month, and we balled out because the young guys were like, all right, go get them, guys. Go out there and do your thing. And we all had a buzz. It was pretty much our AAA team playing in the big leagues, and we had a loaded roster, and we played really well. Finished the season like really strong because we did not care. You know, we were like, hey, we're in the big leagues. Let's just show them what we got. And like you said, it gets very individualized, and you want to finish with good numbers. And there's some guys here getting into free agency like O'Neill and Pivetta that are playing for that paycheck next year that they want to get to feed their families, you know?
In the long run, that will help this club, right? If everybody goes out there and does a job individually, you know, hopefully that kind of propels them to where they need to go.
Okay.
I beat
I'm gonna need your help, bro.
Yeah, you are going to need help. I've beaten everyone that's ever come through my path, and I think when I beat TC, that was a statement where I kind of like let everyone know, like, if I can beat TC, then no one's beating me. So
listen, I mean, I'm the Chris, whatever his name is, the Peraza guy who came in 20 and and got hit in the knee, the second baseman.
Yeah,
that's who I am in trivia.
Okay, all right.
So
well,
it's a low bar.
Ante, is there anyone you think that probably could beat me or no? Probably not.
You're the best I've seen, Jay.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what I'm saying. Like, TC has been there. He was there for all that stuff. So we'll see how it goes. It's probably going to be a bloodbath, but I'll try to take it easy on you. So we'll see how it goes. Ante?
Right, yep. All the answers are courtesy of MLB.com, so if you have an issue with that, take it up with them, all right?
Okay.
How many times has a Red Sox player won the AL MVP award?
Ooh, how many times? Okay. Do you want me to name who did it too?
No.
Do you want me to flex on it? You want me to moonwalk into the end zone?
I need to see that touchdown there.
Do I answer too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
well, it's how many times? Well, we're just writing it down and then showing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Jared, while you're thinking over there, what would be your touchdown celebration?
See, I don't dance. It's like the one thing that I refuse to do.
Yeah.
I just won't do it. But if I had a touchdown dance, I don't know. Like, it wouldn't be a dance. It would be some sort of gesture, maybe. It would definitely be like a reference to some sort of like wrestling. Like, maybe it would be like Ric Flair's thing.
Yeah.
I almost wore the Ric Flair jacket tonight.
You should have.
Like this, I got my Bret Hart. People were like, "Whoa, what's your jacket?" Like, "Oh, it's Bret Hart." But I have the Ric Flair jacket. I almost wore it tonight.
Hitman.
All
How are
right.
you feeling over there, Julian?
I don't know if I got this one right.
I think I might got it right.
All right.
Wait.
I think so.
Ready to show?
Wait.
Hold on. What? I show the camera?
Yeah, not
All right.
me.
All right.
3, 2, 1. He's already showing it. Neither of you are right. But Julian is the closest. The answer is 11.
11.
11.
So I had what?
I'm gonna give you half a point for that
Ted
one.
Williams.
All right.
Ted Williams had what? 2. Mookie, Pedroia, Movon in 95, and then I assumed Yastrzemski won it in 67 when he won the Triple Crown, but I don't remember if he actually won the MVP or not.
Ian Brown, where are you? Please text me.
All right, how about this one? How many times has a Red Sox player won AL Rookie of the Year?
Ooh, okay. So, can I ask what year they created the Rookie of the Year?
Yes.
Let me go and research.
Yeah, what year did they create? Because it's named after Jackie Robinson, so I feel like that's after the 40s. Like, he would have had to have been done playing.
Rookie didn't win Rookie of the Year, right?
Are you cheating right now?
No, I'm not cheating.
You better not be cheating.
1940.
1940.
Yes.
How many rookies have won Rookie of the Year in Red Sox history?
Let me see.
I'm just going to think out loud. I know Nomar won it. I know Pedroia won it.
When did it start?
1940.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we're going to have to come back with that one.
Thank God this test isn't timed.
I have an answer written down. I think I'm going to stick with it.
I am too. I have one written down.
I don't know how confident I feel about it. I basically counted a few in my head and then added a couple.
Okay.
That was my thought process.
All right. So, yeah, how many times has a Red Sox player won AL Rookie of the Year? I have 7 and 5. I'm going to split the difference. The answer is 6.
Wow.
Oh, come on.
Wow, okay. So, I mean, we've got Pedroia.
Yep.
We've got Nomar.
Yep.
We've got Fred Lynn.
Yep.
Carlton Fisk.
Yep.
Carlton Fisk. And then there's 2 more.
I'm going to look this
Can you
up.
give me the years? Give me the years.
61 and 50.
Ooh, okay. 61.
Here we go. Walt Dropo
Yep.
and Don Schwal.
Yep.
I never would have got Don Schwal.
Yep.
So who's the 7th for you? Just
I just added 2. I thought of 5 and added 2.
Oh, man. All right. Since 2000, how many times has a Red Sox player won the AL batting title?
Since 2000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
let's see.
It's a great list. Yeah.
Is it a long list?
No. I wouldn't say it's long. That's my one hint. Since 2000, how many times has a Red Sox player won the AL batting title?
Let's see.
Analysis causes paralysis, so I'm going to go with
Yeah. Shorter than 23 or 4 years.
Shorter than what?
Shorter than 23 or 24 players, right? Has to be. Since 2000. It's only 2024.
Oh, so I thought it was be like a short list, like 4 guys.
No, I'm just messing with you. Yes, of course.
How many guys are on the list?
I'm not telling you. That's the question.
Oh, that's how. Oh, because I'm giving you the name, the batting average, and the year.
Oh, man. See, he's up there. All right, let me,
How many times has a Red Sox player
Two
won
outs.
AL batting title in the last 24 seasons?
Did Mookie do it in 18? No.
he had to have, right?
I
He had like
can't answer.
346.
I can't answer that in good faith. Come on, you guys.
Here we go.
got
I'm going to just go with mine. It's way off.
it. Julian's ready. He's putting up his number. Jared, are you ready?
All right.
All right, show us. Jesus Christ, I can't read all that from here.
I got Nomar hitting 372 in 2000.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yes.
I got Bill Miller hitting 326 in 03.
Yes.
I got Pedroia in 08.
No.
I got Mookie in 18.
That's correct. But you got the number right, which is 4. Sorry, Julian, you got that right.
All right.
What you're missing is in 2002, Manny Ramirez, 340.
Damn it! So me and Coley talks to me about this all the time. I'm like, I don't know why, but it just doesn't register in my brain for whatever reason that I can't remember Manny won a batting title with the Red Sox. I don't know why. I always think it was with Cleveland.
Yeah.
I forgot, man.
All right.
Clearly I did too, but I did know it. So do I win or no?
One more. Let's do one more real
All right.
quick.
All right, yeah, we got
Who
it.
was the last Red Sox first baseman to win a Silver Slugger award?
The last Red Sox first baseman to win a Silver Slugger award?
Yes.
Move on.
Move on, yeah.
No, Agon.
Oh, 2011.
There you go.
Okay. All right. Well, we got to do a tiebreaker when we get back. Ante, tiebreaker time.
Tiebreaker time.
Yep.
Of course. Since 2000, how many times has a Red Sox player led the American League in strikeouts?
A batter?
A batter or a pitcher? It's got to be a pitcher, right?
Pitcher.
Pitcher.
Okay. Since 2000?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see.
I thought Costas is coming out the game right there. Just put the stuff.
Yep. Since 2000, how many times has a Red Sox player led the American League in strikeouts? Julian, how we feeling over there?
Man, listen, we're just going with the flow. Just making it happen.
You got to take down Jared because he was talking big smack.
No one's taking me down.
Trying. I'm just throwing mine out there right now.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm not even going to look.
Jared.
I'm going to say, was it 3 times?
Neither of you are correct. It was 4 times.
Okay,
Dang, so
I
you guys
got
are close, so I had
Pedro in 2000.
Yeah.
Pedro in 2002.
I felt like Sale would have had but he didn't play.
Sale in 17.
Yep.
Duh.
I forgot Sale didn't play. Now he's leading the league in everything.
Pedro in 2000, Pedro in 2002, Beckett in 2007, and Sale in 2017.
Nomo in 2001.
Hideo Nomo led the league in strikeouts?
Yeah.
Is 5 though?
Yeah.
Wait, so is it 4 or 5?
4.
4. So which one is wrong here? Beckett?
Beckett, yeah. Beckett's not correct.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, I guess we'll never know.
I guess.
So what is that, a tie?
I guess this is the first
Derek,
tie.
you tied Jose Peraza. How you feel?
I mean, I guess, we
Is that gone? Is that gone? Oh!
Oh, he alley-ooped it. All right, Romy.
We'll take that.
Don't count out the Sox. You never know.
Do you have top of 8th?
Game's not over.
Top of the 8th. Do you have another tiebreaker question, Ante?
Hey, I can. If you need it, you ready?
I think we need it. Yeah, we need a definitive.
People are wearing too many 1s on the field right now. I'm tired of seeing the Jordan 1s.
Oh, it's spikes?
It's played out.
Yeah, it's played out, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, Rob Manfred was wearing the 1s the other day.
No.
Yes. He was talking to players in New York. Rob Manfred came out of Yankee Stadium. Came out of the Red Sox clubhouse wearing Jordan 1s. And I was like, okay, we're done.
Yeah, no, we can't have that. We can't have that, no.
I'm telling you,
That's
bro.
upsetting. You upset me just
He's wearing Jordan 1s.
I hate that. Ante, do we have something to maybe make us feel better?
Yeah, here we go. Here's your tiebreaker question, all right? Since 2000, how many times has a Red Sox player won the AL Cy Young Award?
Oh, okay.
Since 2000.
Since 2000, yes. How many times has a Red Sox player won the AL Cy Young Award?
I gotta go through it in my head.
Jared, there's no way you don't get this right.
I get too excited and I zip through it. All right.
I just get stuck.
This is the last question, so you guys
Listen, bro.
figure this one out.
Story.
I think I have it, but yeah, I think I have it.
Turn mine around.
Okay. Jared, who does that say? I can't read.
Pedro Porcello.
Pedro in 2000, Porcello in 2016.
That's correct. Jared wins. It's 2 guys. Sorry about that, Julian.
Pedro didn't win more than
he won in 99.
99.
And then he won one with the Expos as well.